Genevieve Fontana coming to you from Canisius University in Buffalo, New York, and you are listening to the Did You Know podcast. You might not know it, but we have eco-heroines around our campus working to make it sustainable for future generations. For each show, I will spotlight earth-friendly initiatives and sit down with the changemakers of our institution. Today we are spotlighting Erik Schneider, humanities major and second shift housekeeping foreman, as part of the Canisius University Facilities Management Department. Thank you so much for speaking with me today.
Thank you for having me.
So our first question is, please introduce yourself and explain a little bit about what you do at Canisius.
Of course, my name is Erik Schneider. I am the housekeeping foreman on second shift here at Canisius. I have been with the institution for the latter half of the past 7 years, reaching 8 years in September, but who's counting? But I have worked in the cleaning business for over 10 years, since 2011, with the Lockport schools, then to the Elderwood Nursing Home, and then I came here working full-time and hearing about doing classes part-time. Here I took up on the opportunity of doing that, and I am happy to be part of the whole student body, because I haven't been in the classroom since 2011, so yeah. It's been a journey, I would say, and I'm happy to continuing with the classes I'm taking.
And continuing with your education.
Definitely.
How is it going back to school?
When I started back in 2021, it felt weird, because, like I said, 10 years was a long time, and when they told me they offered free tuition here as an employee of Canisius, I with the encouragement from my coworkers and on my shift, and they said, go back to school, do something. And so I was like, well, all right, let's get on the bandwagon. I made my decision back in January of 21, and here we are.
And you're learning so many new things, too.
Learning so much new things. And meeting so many great people like you, because you and I have been in classes, a couple of classes in the DMA field. It has been a fun experience.
Yeah. Are the DMA classes your favorite, or?
DMA classes are my favorite, because you're learning how to learn so much new technology, new software initiatives, like learning more on Adobe Photoshop, Illustrator, and using 3D graphics. And it was just amazing to learn so much of that. And like we did with motion graphics a couple years ago, and doing the Mercedes Wilson Christmas special. I think that was one of the most fun projects that we ever done in that class.
And you still continue doing interviews with her, right?
Well, I helped her out. Yeah,
yes.
I helped out with this past Christmas special, and it was fantastic.
Yeah, awesome. So what does your role entail as a second shift housekeeping foreman as part of Canisius University's Facilities Management Department?
When I come into work every day, we want to make sure, me and my second shift crew, Frank Clark, Don Hamilton, and Juju Patton, we make sure that we clean this university as best as we can to meet the satisfaction of the students, the faculty and staff, and the visitors and families that want to come and see the campus, blossom.
Yeah.
And we do the best that we can. And we appreciate the whole student body and the staff for their support and making sure that we make sure we're doing our jobs the way we are supposed to be doing.
And it seems you take really great pride in that.
Yes, because I'm a person who wants to get the job done and, leave here with a smile, making sure that we did it the way we did it.
Mm-hmm. And I really appreciate how I see all of you, and I see all of your the folks on your shift, and you guys are always a part of the campus community, not just hid away in your area,
right.
Just more part of the Canisius community, which is really important.
It is really important because, Frank Clark and Don Hamilton have been here for over 20 years, and, they have shown me, the ropes, showing me how we need to get it done. And, when it comes to, doing floor care, Frank Clark is the guy who knows how to get the floors looking shiny, like with stripping floors in the classrooms or in dorms. He shows me how we can just use a stripper to strip the floors, and then we suck up and we scrub it to get the layers of wax off, and then we suck up with a wet vac, and then once we get all the nooks and crannies out of the floor and all the dirt and grime and everything, then we start putting layers of wax down, like maybe 5 coats of wax, to make it real shiny and sparkle, as I would say.
Yeah. And so how is it when you go home? Do you want to clean or you don't want to clean at all?
Well, that'll be on a weekend basis because I live alone in Lockport, and I tend to clean up to my dad's standards, because my dad he likes to have things clean around the house, and he is a real good person on cleaning, because he's just like, I want my house looking great. And he's between working with his job and coming home, sleeping, then goes and does cleaning and stuff. But I take a little bit from my dad, and I love him, so
yeah, that's really nice.
Yeah.
So as part of the facilities management department, what are some examples of how the department supports sustainable initiatives on campus?
Well, we, as you can see, we all have those garbage cans outside here, like the one out here in the library that has the garbage cans with the recycling section and with the garbage section. We tend to make sure that everybody's putting where it's supposed to go, because I've seen garbage in the recycling. I was like, I don't want to take them out. And I feel bad that we have to take out and throw it out, because we want to put it in a recycling bin.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's a headache in itself. So I would like to see if we can take some of that out, put the garbage in the right spot, put the recycling where it is supposed to go. But we have recycling those big green recycling bins all around campus, and we make sure we switch them out when it's full and replace it with an empty one, so people can put recyclables in there too.
Yeah. So then, going off that question, Can we talk about recycling accessibility on campus, and what challenges do you encounter with recycling bins?
Recycling bins, well, we when we put books and stuff, that's a real heavy one, because when you're logging up a hill, that's going to really cause a trouble, because in the past I have my little bit of an accident when I was pushing that green big recycling bin up the ramp in Churchill. I hit a snag and fell to the ground.
Oh no!
And it was all right. It was all right. It was my fault, because I was putting the books halfway, almost to full, and then all of a sudden I went down. But the moral of the story is, don't put books in the recycling bin, because that would be too heavy for me, especially with my bad back and everything. But we want to make sure that we are putting recyclables in where they're supposed to be going. And for shredded stuff, we can't put shredded stuff in recycling, because that, with waste management, it will clog up their system. Oh. Yeah. So we have to throw the shredded stuff out in garbage.
Oh, okay.
And for pizza boxes, are not recyclable, we have to throw them out in regular trash.
So then, for the shredding and the pizza boxes, do you recommend something separate, or do you think that's not
that'd be great if we have a separate
practical?
Yeah, it was separate, for pizza boxes and stuff like soda Pepsi boxes from the cans. Throw them in there, and maybe a dumpster for the cans in there too, so it doesn't get mixed up and all that. Because I see Gatorade bottles and garbage cans. I see like bottles in the garbage too.
Yeah.
Because I don't see much more of the recycling bins like that around. So.
And then when there's like the bottles and cans in the garbage can, do you have to throw them out?
I throw them out because it's mixed in with the garbage and everything.
Gotcha. Well, so maybe we can work on that, because I've seen different places and campuses have like separated garbage where it's like paper and cans and stuff, and then it sounds like it would make it easier on you and your crew too.
Yeah.
So how do you think we should address recycling contamination and getting more students to recycle on campus?
Can we rephrase that question?
Sure. So how do you think we should address recycling contamination and getting more students to recycle on campus? So like putting the, so when there's like cans and bottles in the garbage.
Yeah.
How do you think we should address getting more students to recycle? And maybe like our solution can be what we said with the different bins with different, you know, because you said you can't put the paper shred in the recycling as well.
Right. We just throw them out in the big dumpster, like say right here on U Street, we throw them out in the dumpster.
Yeah.
We have signs in the in Heroine O'Donnell, like don't throw this stuff in the garbage and stuff like that. I think that we need to be more aware of what we throw out in the garbage and when we toss stuff in recycling. I think we should be more aware of that, because that's a problem. I think it's a problem everywhere, not just here, but everywhere.
Yeah.
That people are mixing things up with, okay, what goes in the garbage and what does not go in the garbage, or what recycling needs to go in where.
Definitely, yeah. And then maybe another rephrasing of that question is like, how do you think we can get more students to recycle?
I know we have a sustainability club here on campus. I think that we should sit down and have a conversation about how we can make sure we can throw stuff out, what we need to throw out, what we don't need to throw out, and so it doesn't get contaminated with other stuff in there.
Yeah, definitely. So as a student, do you think that sustainability and earth-friendly choices are stressed on our campus?
Yes.
Yeah.
We need to focus on how we need to, because I have done some projects with cleaning up around the city. I'm from Lockport, and I've done a project with my Toastmasters club. I'll give a little bit of a background on Toastmasters. Toastmasters International is a worldwide organization of based on public speaking. And I've been with my club of AM Lockport Toastmasters for 8 years. And back in 2020, when the pandemic was about to hit center stream, I did a project out of my out of the old legacy path of doing a project of cleaning up Lockport. So after our Toastmasters meetings, we had supplies of gloves, garbage bags, and we went around Lockport along the Erie Canal, and me and my friend Kate Orr, Marty Johnston, and Samir Rahman, we went to pick up garbage all around the Lake Erie, around the locks, and over at Edifice Park, which is down the street from where we were having our meetings, and we just picked up garbage and make it, and then just throw it out in the dumpster. Because we want to make our city look clean and efficient, because just seeing like garbage in the water and all around on public parks and areas, it saddens me, because that's not who we are. Mm-hmm. We want to be earth friendly. We want to go green, and just doing that project made me feel very good.
Yeah.
And like with my friend Kay, she brought that idea up, and I was like, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. And I'm sure that you would encourage other organizations and clubs to do the same.
Oh, yes. Yeah. I highly recommend that all clubs and organizations should, have a day of walking around their city, pick up garbage, and just have a good time.
Yeah.
And because it makes you feel good about yourself of going and saving the planet.
Yeah.
A friend of mine, Kathy O'Keefe, she has done stuff with picking up garbage around the city of Lockport, and we were down by I think it was like around Route 78 in Lockport, and we were along the road, and there was a lot of garbage. And we spent like almost the entire morning, afternoon picking up garbage along the road, and it was a lot. And I mean, it was a lot of garbage. It was a cold March day, but it was well worth it because it was so disgusting to see so many garbage lying around in that type of environment.
I know when I drive here from home, off of 33, there's a lot of garbage coming right there on the sidewalk too. So.
Yeah, it makes you feel a little bit sick to your stomach just seeing stuff like that. I give my hats off to, like, here on campus, like the Elbers. They've been picking up garbage and stuff, and they've been doing our landscaping and stuff too. My hat's off to them. They're doing what they need to do, making this campus look great. Because spring's coming, and in a couple of weeks.
I hope so.
Knock on wood, right? but no, just seeing people getting involved with this is really extraordinary.
Yeah, definitely. And what eco-friendly practices do you implement at your home and as part of your lifestyle?
Well, when I am at home, I have a bag on my door, a paper bag, and I put recycling stuff in there.
Yeah.
And then once it gets full, I take it out. We have big recycling. We have big bins. The 2 yellow bins with the lid, those are for recycling.
Got it.
And the blue ones are for garbage. So I tend to make sure I put it in those. But like I do is every time I have recycling, I have a paper bag on the door and put the stuff in the bag so I can take it out.
That's great. And so we understand that sustainability is a journey. What's one change you aim to make in your life for the environment?
What I think we should all do is, instead of driving everywhere, here, there, and everywhere, I think all of us should go for a walk.
Yeah. On
a beautiful day, we all should walk. I live close by to Day Road Park in Lockport, and I have gone there and, did some running because I used to be a cross-country runner, long-distance runner.
Me too.
Yeah? Isn't that fun, though? Exhausting.
I'm not a runner anymore, but...
Yeah. I've done, over 25K races. I did 6-mile races, 4 6-mile races before in the turkey trot before.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and I just did 2 5Ks last year, and it was weird being back into that because I haven't done a 5K since COVID hit. And but I think that, in all seriousness, I think that we all should go for a walk, maybe start like a walking club, and just everybody just go for a walk. Leave your car at home, or drive your car and park over there, or if you live close by to a park, just walk.
Yeah. Yeah, we live so close to a park here.
Yeah, we got Hamlin Park, you got Delaware Park,
People should take more advantage of the area in which we live.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, instead of driving, save your gas, go for a walk.
And what is your vision for sustainability on our campus?
I think that we should use the... I've been seeing how stuff was made from recycling products. And I think that we should also use that because using stuff that was made from recycled products helps a lot.
Yeah, definitely.
I think we should continue using that as a go-to resource.
Yes.
And I think we should see not a lot of trees we see around here in Buffalo. I think we should plant more trees.
Yeah.
And plant more plants, bushes, anything around Buffalo. or in Buffalo, Lockport, Williamsville, Amherst, anywhere. I think that we should, continue making more green approaches, or green thumb, I should say.
Yeah. I know you talked about Elbers before. We did a tree planting with them before, so maybe we can do something like that again.
That'll be great.
Yeah.
That'll be great.
Do you have anything you'd like to add, Eric? It was a wonderful conversation.
This was a wonderful conversation. I should say that, like I said, everybody should go out and help the environment by picking up trash, go for a run, save money on your gas, and just enjoy life as we want to do.
Yes. Well, thank you so much for speaking with me today.
Oh, my pleasure.
Awesome.
So appreciate it.